Hello everyone, welcome back. Excuse the mess. I had went to the range the other day. I'm kind of in cleaning mode right now. So I just got back, just cleaned a couple pistols. Figured I'd share with you a new firearm that I recently got. And that is, let me get it out here, Colt 1911. This is a Series 80. And you'll notice if you see on the slide there, it is a 1991. And basically that's just, the model year. Colt likes to make little tweaks and so forth, things from time to time. Say, hey, what could you do to a 1911, the classic? Well, there are a few things over the years, but yeah, this is a Colt M1991A1 1911. Series 80. So you can see over here, right up there. I got it out, was able to, put a few mags through it. Pretty happy with it overall. Colt makes some pretty quality stuff, and when I picked this up, I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I haven't owned a Colt 1911 before, but let's just go over, this particular model real quick. So, does have the spurred hammer there. Basically standard grip safety. The the uncomfortable grip safety, as I always think of it. I like the beaver tail. I don't get hammer bite, but I do get a fair amount of this stupid grip safety just digging into the web of my hand there. So after a couple of magazines, I start to regret it, but that's usually something that I like to replace. Does have the humped mainspring housing. That's another thing. I like to have the flat mainspring housing, but okay, whatever, it's fine. A1 sort of designation. This does have the slightly longer trigger, which I actually really like. It's pretty crisp. I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. It's actually a pretty short little trigger. And I've had some people that have complained, or I've heard and read about some people complaining about the Series 80 triggers. I think it's fine. Whether it's longer or shorter, I don't really care. I love 1911 triggers, pretty much all inclusive. But just longer trigger, but it is very nice. Sight picture, it was laughable on this. It does have basically nothing for sights. Very standard GI-ish sights. No dots, no markings, no paint, no indicators, which is fine. I was able to stay pretty well on target with it when I had it out there. But it is a little bit harder for instant pickup. Yeah, just a little practice and you could probably get it, but it's just they're not they're low profile. They don't have any indicating markings to easily pick up on, so just something there. It does come with the standard set of walnut grips. Sometimes we'll see some designs on those, or like a US or something, but these are just the checkered. I mean, they're nice, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they're just pretty standard grips, and it feels nice in the hand. I mean, 1911s to me are probably one of the nicest feeling firearms because they're relatively slim. For a 45, of course, that being that they're a single stack. Now, this particular Colt, I got two magazines with it, an 8-round and a 7-round. So, single stack, 45 ACP, one of my favorite rounds, and I don't even know what I'm running in here. I think one magazine's Federal Hydroshock, the other one's I don't remember the exact Hornady, but yeah, the 8-round mag, I have some Hornady stuff in there. That's just defensive loads. I usually just shoot your standard 230 grain hard ball out of these, and like I said, it performed very well. Its grouping was pretty darn good. So a couple other things. You know, it does have the thumb safety over here that you can engage if you want to engage a safety. Keep it cocked, locked, and loaded in your holster, and then, you know, when you're ready to engage, just drop that safety and away you go. Very nice firearm. You know, rather weighty, but you're talking about a solid metal frame and slide. You know, this thing is built very well. Absorbs basically all your recoil of that 45. I really do enjoy shooting 1911s for that. You have all that weight that just dissipates a lot of that 45's kinetic energy. So anyway, yeah, just a real quick through there. And mechanically, I gotta say, you know, this thing still has a pretty decent recoil spring in there, but it just mechanically feels very, very nice. So, I guess we could break it down a little bit here. I'm not huge on breakdowns in a lot of the videos, but we'll break it down. So the first thing we're going to start with is you would depress this little button down here so it can clear the bushing. Just put that down there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rack our slide back, and I'll turn it around here. Position your slide to where, see, your pin here is right there with the second notch, and then press on pin there, and it will just come up and out just like that. And this one is has been used, so it's pretty well, you know, well, it's not well worn, but it is worn. So like I said, I just got done cleaning, so we got a little bit of excess oil, but you know, you got your guide rod and spring, and come on, oh, totally forgot to take the bushing out. Durr, rookie mistake, huh? And we'll just take our barrel out real quick and show you the infamous drop link system, which is the bane of most people's existence. A lot of people, they love the 1911, but that drop link gives them a lot of grief. And it's kind of a weak point, you know, for the 1911. You know, it is what it is, guys. I mean, but it was a good design for the time, and you know, it's still serviceable now. Obviously, we're in the era of polymer wonder guns and all this sort of stuff. So, you know, we tend to forget the humble 1911. You know, and as you see me kind of reassembling it, it's a little intensive, and you got to kind of get that drop link just right. Just right. You know, so that you can fish your pin right back through it again. And it takes a little bit sometimes. But the one thing that you can't do is get frustrated with your 1911, because then you wind up with really stupid errors on your part. One of those being, they call it the idiot scratch. And unfortunately for this firearm, it does have a little bit of the idiot scratch from the previous owner. And basically what that is, man, I'm doing a really poor job of lining up this drop link. That normally happens when you're trying to do the video. But the idiot scratch right down here, it's not as, it's pretty minimal, but sometimes you'll get that pin and you'll just scrape it down the frame. So of course that's something that you want to try and minimalize, because, well, it's a blemish at that point. It's not very attractive. There we go. I think we got it lined up. Yeah, it just needed to apparently be reset. It's just me today. So anyway, once you get the pin back in, you can move to resetting your bushing in the front, and rotating around, pressing your spring, and without sending it to the ceiling, rotate that bushing back, and back you are. Heavily fingerprinted, of course. A little oily. But anyway, yeah, that was the disassembly and reassembly, for as much as that mattered to you. But anyway, yeah, this is my Colt M1991A1 1911. Just thought I'd show that to you real quick after I got it all cleaned up and back from the range. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank you very much for stopping by to watch another video. Appreciate all the comments, likes, and of course the subscriptions. Just ask that you continue to do that for me. Like I said, I do genuinely appreciate it. So hopefully you had a good time watching the video, and please check out the other videos I have on the channel as well, and y'all have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.